Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a match between Best and herO. Here on Fighting Spirit, it's about a 2016 game or so. Bottom left, we've got ourselves a blue Protoss. His name is Best. And in the bottom right, we have herO, two elite players here for you today, top of the top. Especially for 2016, 2017, 2018 range. This is going to be a Patreon game, which just means it's going to be posted to patreon.com/FalconPaladin 1 month before it shows up on the YouTube channel for those of you who support me over there for at least $1 a month. Not too much to ask, I feel like, for most people, but hey, no pressure if you don't want to support me, just giving you the option. Alrighty then, so probe scouting here on Fighting Spirit. Scouting the right way? Are you scouting the right way? No! Scouting the opposite way that you need to, probe. That's okay. You guessed wrong, but that's all right. Terry? Yep, you're scouting the right way, but don't tell herO, okay? That would be cheating. And yeah, Fighting Spirit, we got bones, we've got dirt, we've got grass, and got trees. Weird alien trees, according to Blizzard's art designers from 1997. When they were making this game, overpooling it. Here is herO, just, safe, economical, overpooling. That should be a commercial. Should be a StarCraft commercial. Don't do it. Don't go Nexus first. You don't know what the Zerg is up to. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous to Nexus first. Okay, good. Woof. Gonna go for the Forge. Here's the thing. If the Zerg goes hatch first and you scout it, then you can go Nexus first because they can't punish it at all. And you're fine, especially on this map where you know exactly how to wall off. And even if the Zerg player from that place of going hatch first immediately rushes to get Lings out, they can't do anything about it. They can't do anything to kill your Nexus. You're totally fine. But both players playing it safe and steady and secure, and it's going to pay off for both of them here. Bam. Into recognizing it wasn't pool first, recognizing it was an overpool. So there will be Lings coming, but he doesn't need to immediately throw down cannons, right? So cannon after Nexus, and bam, Best knows exactly what he's doing here. Best is a great Protoss player. I know I've said that already, but man, I've cast a bunch of his games on the channel. He's just excellent. He's really good at PvT. He's really good at PvZ. I haven't cast many PvPs of his, but he's pretty solid there as well, because you don't get to the ranks of where he is and was if you're not good at your own mirror matchup. Ling shows up. Ooh, gets in for the scout. Oh, hot. Okay, that is the one thing you gotta worry about, is a Ling coming in for the scout. Not gonna win the game by any stretch, but that probe should have been blocking. Was busy instead, apparently, throwing down that gate. I don't know what the probe was doing up here. But Ling's running around. This isn't a Jaedong Zergling, it's a herO Zergling, so it's pretty good, but not amazing. I say that, and I actually cast a Jaedong versus, who was the Protoss? Sky. Jaedong versus Sky on the channel. Either, yesterday or a month ago, depending on when you're watching this. And he got some Lings inside the Protoss base, and I was like, Jaedong Lings don't die, and then they died in like 10 seconds. I was very disappointed. So, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of APM to keep your Lings alive inside a Protoss base. Even if they don't have anything that's really good at killing you. Even if it's only probes you have to worry about, right? I guess like a Zealot maybe chasing you around. Get it. Can't get it. Can't get it. 0 kills on the Zergling. Not surprised by this. You got 2 Lings, easier. 4 Lings, easier. 6 Lings, really, really easy. Easy to snipe off them probes. Hydralisk Den. Done. Got ourselves muscular augments coming in. The speed upgrade for the aforementioned Hydralisks. And third base is done from herO too. So I like that. He doesn't try to make a ton of Lings to pressure at all. He makes 2. One of which died. Because this one didn't make it out. There's no way. There's a cannon here. That didn't happen whatsoever. So a couple Lings running around. This probe is still alive. Holy smokes, this probe is still alive. Stargate on the way. Hydra's being pumped. I don't see any drones in production, which is a problem. We might see an attempted Hydra bust here, which I don't think we've seen on the channel for a little bit of time. Again, this is posting... My goodness. This is posting in July sometime for most of you, so hey, maybe I posted like 3 Hydra busts over the last 3 days, and you're like, come on, Falcon. Obviously, there's been a lot of Hydra buffs recently, but I'm crossing this in June. Sorry, that Zealot is gonna die. My goodness, but that's some really decent micro there from Best to try to avoid that happening. Range upgrade for Hydras too, and we are, yes, the Hydras are coming. They're coming around. So here's the good thing. This setup means the Hydras don't have to have range. I think they don't have to have range to avoid this cannon shooting them in the face. Speed is of the utmost importance here. But you can sit back here and snipe, or just go right for the cannon, I guess. With your multitude of Hydras. Bam! Cannon dead. Probes have to fight. There's a Zealot in here too doing some work. But he's dead. He's dead, but the probes are fighting. Never good. Look at this. Look. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. How did he do that? He probed his way out of that problem. Totally saved it. Only lost, I want to say, maybe 3, maybe 4 probes. Still up 30 to 22 workers. And there's only one. Oh, there was one Hydra left here. And now the Overlords are dying to Corsair. Dude, Best held that. I don't think he was prepared for it. I would say he probably should have had another cannon there, maybe a couple of Zealots more, but instead it's one Zealot, one cannon, and some probes. And by golly, he did it. Best is a beast. An absolute beast. So more Hydras are popping out here, though, so the Corsair can't kill all these Overlords. In fact, can't kill any of these Overlords. Are we just, okay, we're just kind of 3-basing pushing here. He's like, you don't have Storm yet, says Hero. So what we're going to do, oh my gosh, there we go. There's your positioning. Overlord almost died. Almost died. This Overlord is going to die. Okay, so sitting back here trying to snipe down a gateway. Slow Zealots are taking exception to this attempt. Getting that Overlord's easy peasy. Easy pickings there. Very nicely done. And, my gosh, it's so hard for Hydras to kill Zealots. You all know this. You've watched a ton of Brood War in your time. Zealots are tanky, man. They take a lot of hits from Zerglings, a lot of hits from Hydras, too. Ooh, gosh, the positioning here. Maybe he does need the range to kill this gateway. I'm kind of surprised. 0 supply block, no big surprise there. This gateway is going to get saved. What a scrappy game this is. Scrap-tastic for sure. One Hydra enough to keep that Overlord alive. Nice stuff. Lair finally popping now for Hero. Dude, he put a lot into that early Hydra pressure, and the probes totally saved it. If Best wins this thing, is because his probe control was insane, and it was insane. Make no mistake about that. Storm's on the way from Best. Overlord movement coming in. Maybe that's just to run away from Corsairs, but also maybe some drops are in the future. I do like drops. Hero's pretty good at them. He's good with Queens, too. More against Terran, obviously, than against Protoss, because what are your big targets? What are your big ground targets for the Queens and the Spawn Broodling ability? Like Reavers, no, because they're robotic. Dragoons, not really. Archons, no. Yeah, it's just there's not really a good target for it like tanks are. Under Overlord down, the supply block continues. The supply block nightmare for the Zerg players still continues onwards. And that's good. Oh, 2 for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. They're stacked. Okay, but 2 Hydras, too scary. 2 Hydras, too scary. Sounds like a sequel to the Too Fast, Too Furious franchise. 2 Hydras, too scary. Zerg movie coming to you in 2023. Summer 2023. Having ideas for commercials and StarCraft movies today. That's interesting. Oh, man. Okay, alright, look. This is getting real problematic all of a sudden. Look how many Overlords he's made. He's made a lot of Overlords. More Hydras popping in here, too. But guess who has Storm? Guess who has High Templar with enough energy for Storm? That's right. This guy does. 2 Storms, 2 High Templar. As time goes on, maybe enough for 2 Storms each. For a total of 4 Storms for 2 High Templar. That'd be pretty hot stuff. Hydra's pushing to the left. And I don't know. Storm! Ah, the Storms are good, but the High Templar are getting sniped. Isn't there enough to keep this one alive? Yes. Trying to run. Oh, trying to attack, dodge, attack, dodge, attack, dodge. Couldn't quite pull it off. 1 High Templar dies. The other one's still alive with 2 kills. He is not avenged. Another Overlord goes down. Just more Hydras, man. Are we even going for Lurkers today? Production tab says, I don't see any Lurker Den on the way at all. So that might be an issue. Mass Hydra against Protoss. Especially when there's a million zealots with almost +1 attack. It's almost there. The almost +1 attack has arrived. Another dead overlord? No, saved again by 2 hydralisks. Brave. Brave stuff here. Hydra saying you don't get a third base. The zealots actually don't like what they see here, which is 0/0 hydras with, you know, range and speed, but they're +1 zealots, man. 107 to 86 supply here. Best has a bigger supply, but he is also up 52 to 37 total workers, which means the Zerg player's economy is not hot. Okay, so this is just going to be all of the hydras in the world. Let's see how good your storms are, Best. Or is that what we're testing here today? How good the storms are for Best? Because the answer is pretty good so far. 5 kills on that Corsair, 1 on that one, and 0 on that one, and 6 HP for that one. I guess there are some shields too, but still. Come on, pull your weight, Corsair number 3. You don't want to get, I don't know, thrown off the force. This is a lot of hydras. It is transporting. Okay, so we're going for drops. I thought maybe we were when I saw how fast the Overlord speed upgrade was coming. You can't get up this ramp with just Zealots and Dragoons. Absolutely not. Bring the High Templar with you. Storm that high ground. Take that third base, which is rightfully yours. Best says, all right, I'll storm the crap out of these hydras, but there are like 78 up there. You can't kill all of them. And he's pulling back. No third base for Protoss is problematic. Let's see what hero can do with this drop. This is it. I think this is the game. If this drop succeeds, then Best is just a dead nerd. But if this drop doesn't succeed, and hero's in an immense amount of trouble. So here we go, just casually unloading 87 Hydralisks. Okay, it's like 20, but still, what are we focusing here? Kind of the starport. We're not really focusing anything, actually. Strangely enough, these Hydras are not being given direct commands, although this Nexus dying, that is something of a target for sure. So Nexus dies, drop is real, and now these Hydras are kind of like, I guess whatever happens, happens here, because there's absolutely no way. Ooh, the Cybercore dying sucks. And that Stargate, too. Oh, so no new Corsairs for a while. So the Hydras are dead. They know that. There's really no getting around it. You're stuck inside, like you're behind enemy lines, right? Yes, 100%. Okay, we're going for more drops, it would seem. More Hydras in the loading zone. Overlords in the loading zone. Overlords coming back for more. And Best gets knocked down to 1 total base. He's rebuilding his first Nexus, but is it going to be enough? Another drop coming in. This is such an interesting strategy from a hero. I don't know that I've ever seen this on my channel before, and I've cast, you know, thousands of Brood War games so far, and counting, and I've just never seen a Zerg player just go for straight Hydra drops. Hydra drops. That's all he's doing, is making Hydralisks and dropping them inside the Protoss base. No lurkers. No defilers, no nothing. And Best is like, all right, fine. Bring it. We're just going to go. You want to base race us? Go right ahead. We have tons of Dragoons. We got a lot of Zealots here. We're going to drop. Okay, so we dropped the Nat where there are 100 cannons. 4 cannons. 4 cannons. Just kidding. All the cannons are dying now. Okay, so there is production, yes, from Hero. Less production available from Best right now. Hydra's come on the backside. And that High Templar gets sniped. Very nice snipe. Great snipe, honestly. The natural base is dead. All those reinforcing Zealots get sniped off too. High Templar getting, okay, trying to kill as many drones as possible, but it's only 6 probes remaining to 30 drones. The third base is alive. Hydras continue to get pumped here. I think Hero's got this thing won. What an absolutely interesting and effective strategy today. I guess it just comes down to if the drop had been seen and Best was able to reposition his High Templar to intercept that drop and storm the place where the Overlords were coming in and the Hydras were unloading, he probably could have shut that first drop down. The main doesn't get sniped, and then Hero's in a lot of trouble. He's still in a bit of trouble here, right? He is still gonna lose his main. I don't think there's really much saving there. And I love that he's building a pylon inside the Zerg base in range and in vision of the Zerg spawning pool, so that Hero knows what he's up against. However, this base is going to be a problem. I would not mind seeing Hero throw up a couple Sunkens on this high ground too, just to make that third base a little bit more impenetrable. But man, this is a strategy that kind of appeals to lower level players, right? What's this? I don't have to position lurkers? What's this? I don't have to use defilers at all? I just make Hydras and put them in Overlords and unload them on the Protoss base? That sounds great. That's very simple. Hey, look what we're doing. Sunkens, maybe. We're a couple steps away from Sunkens, but they'll get there pretty soon. Yeah, so all the production for the Protoss is dead. He's got this pylon here, which could be easily snuck upon and killed by these Hydras, if they wanted to. But also, he kind of wants to make sure the third base doesn't get broken. Build Sunkens. Make them into... Why is he not... Now he's making them into Sunkens, but it seems like it's late. This... I still feel like sneaking in here and killing this pylon is the best thing to do for these Hydras instead of maybe engaging with this army. You can probably kill that pylon faster than you can engage here. Sunkens up. 1, 2, 3. Sunkens going, getting focused down by the Dragoons. Storming the ramp, but kind of catching... Ah! That was a terrible storm, and GG! Best taps out after storming his own Dragoons. It was probably a win anyway there for hero. He's got this Hydra group coming in, this Hydra group coming in. He's horribly outnumbered. He's got Sunkens bashing his Dragoons to pieces. Sunkens really hitting those guys hard. And storming his own Dragoons there. I don't know what he was trying to do. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. It's a little bit confusing. Again, it doesn't matter. Not storming his Dragoons there and saving the storm for this instead of this just means, sure, you kill 4 or 5 Hydras, but then all of these Hydras come and murderize you. So really, really exciting. A bit of a base race style game, I would say. That's entirely what it was. There's 3 drones remaining from hero. 3. So the answer to the question of why we don't see the strategy very much is probably because even if it works, you end up with 3 drones and a base remaining against your Protoss opponent who just comes and tries to kill you with all the stuff that they have. That's exactly why. It's gutsy. It's risky. Pulling it off is hard. And hero managed it today. So fantastical display from him. Really good stuff. He lost 1 million Hydralisks today, but he made 1,025,000. So you know what? Works out in the end. How many are there here, actually? That's 12. Cool. That is another 12. So that's 24. And then that's another 10. So 34. 34 Hydras is a lot to have at the end of the game, actually. Yeah, I got some Lings in there, too, for good measure, and 2 Sunkens. So, yeah, this army was dead for best, and hero just ensured he got the win by pulling his drones, fighting with them, turning them into Sunkens, just slipping out enough time there. And again, if Best sees that first drop coming and saves his Nexus, I think that changes the entire trajectory of that game. So it's incredible what can hinge on one single thing. End of the day, Best, once again, another recent example of the losing player having a higher score than the winning player. 905,000 points for Best, 901,000 points from hero. And even this isn't like hero outproduced Best by a 2-to-1 ratio, which is amazing. And then Best did outkill hero, but not by a 2-to-1 ratio, so that's your math. Structures raised. Every Protoss building died today except for that one pylon. So that makes sense. And then outspending the Protoss because he never got a third base up. The Protoss didn't, and he lost his main Nexus. So sure, you're going to outspend your Protoss enemy by about 4,000 resources there if that's what happens. So GG. Hero gets that win with a very bold, daring strategy. Fantastic. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.